Plan A, don't get bit. There's no plan B. I'm doing a little recon this morning. The head of a construction crew tracked me down. Said they have a pretty good sized gator. I think it's about 8 feet. In basically like a 8 or 10 foot deep, maybe 50 foot square, essentially mud pit with these retaining walls around it. And they need them out of there. They called water management. They said, oh, we'll send a trapper out to kill them, and then you can just yank them out with a crane or something. So, thankfully, the guy tracked me down. We made a few phone calls. Water management's gonna allow me to come take the gator, and I think I have the option of keeping it or turning it loose, which is obviously the best case scenario. It sounds pretty complicated. I'm gonna have to get in this water. He says it's probably 8 or 10 feet down, and then it's, he said, at least 8 feet of just like quicksand, mud, and water, so it could be a little challenging. We'll figure it out though, and we'll get him out of there. I'm gonna go check it out right now, see what it looks like. So I went out on my mountain bike, kind of reconned the whole thing, and yeah, he wasn't getting out of there on his own. It was kind of a sketchy situation. There was all this big rebar coming up out of the bottom, so I was kind of worried if I somehow got a noose on him that he would then wrap himself around and knock that stuff over and maybe, you know, who knows, maybe hurt himself on that rebar, bite into it, shatter his teeth, whatever. I brought Gabby with me a couple days later. We went out, looked at it, and I don't know if the gator was tired or he was just a pretty chill gator, but I thought the best bet was try to get a rope on him. I didn't want to try to put a cast hook over him. You couldn't see anything in that water. It was like chocolate milk. So swimming and finding him on the bottom was not gonna work. I couldn't see anything. Putting a cast hook over him if he was real spooky was going to be bad, because he's going to get wrapped up and break the line on all that rebar coming out of the bottom. So Tracy was in town doing some talk on water management or something, and I had mentioned to her, hey, if you really want to get involved with the gator rescue and stuff, this is a really interesting situation. You might want to come check it out, and I could always use your help. She was going to be gone. We had to wait till Monday for the county guy to get there to oversee everything for some reason. She was going to be gone, but I had mentioned to her I needed to build a platform to put the gator on to, once I get him secure, to get him out. She offered to do that. So she went to my house, grabbed whatever she could find in my garage, and she threw everything together.
Okay, so we need to get this gator out of that construction site ASAP. So we just found all this stuff in Paul's garage, and I think that we have everything that we need to put together something so that Gabby and Paul can get this gator out of that construction site. What we have here is a sled, really simple build made from repurposed wood. We have these flotation devices that I stole from Paul's garage that we are going to secure. So this has a little bit of flotation so Paul can more easily work with the gator. We're going to secure these buoys with this wire onto the sled, and we'll be good to go. All right, hopefully we're good to go.
She threw everything together, dropped it back off at the house, and I couldn't have done a better job. It was perfect. It was everything I would have done and a little bit more, so it's actually worked out great. And it was good to let her get involved that way. Tracy loves to build stuff. I loaded that thing up on Monday, met Gabby at the park, we rolled out. The gator was up in the corner where I had seen him when I was on the mountain bike. He was up in that corner as well. And I thought, man, if we could noose him there, it's gonna make this thing a lot easier. So I had brought a bunch of long PVC pipes hoping we could get away with that. And luckily, he had been in there for like 3 days at that time and probably got tired of trying to swim around and find a way out. So he was kind of defeated, I think, at that point. What you're gonna do, once I noose him, I'm gonna slide this pole up, and then you're gonna pull the pole off the rope. And you're gonna come in, hold the rope while I crawl in. I'm gonna get ready to get in now, actually. I'm gonna get my stuff on, because I wanna do this. Once I get his mouth secured, I'm gonna get him on here. Once I get him on a little bit, maybe I can get him out in the middle, put the bucket down, we'll secure him. You can get him kind of right to water's edge. I'll strap him down. I don't want him flipping off, you know, halfway out and land on this shit. And then you just pull him out and drop him over there and we'll figure it out from there. Plan A, don't get bit. There's no plan B.
How long do you think this is going to take?
With the two of us, maybe an hour. If I was by myself, 10 minutes.
Oh, all right.
This is pretty much the most important part. If we can noose him, this could be over pretty quick.
Yeah.
If he takes off, and it's going to turn to a fiasco.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get this rope on him and get him on his roof. And we'd already dropped a platform in that Tracy made, so I was able to swim that over to him, and I kind of used that in case he had, you know, in case he was taking a standing 8 count and felt threatened by me and tried to defend himself against me. I kind of had that between me and him. You're all right, kid. You're okay. Nice and tired, looks like. A little bit. Watch that snaggle tooth. Yeah. Just make sure I get enough. So I'm taking the snare off and the other tape, so I'd rather not take any chances with that. Alright, this is actually going to work out pretty good right here, I think. I think he's going to give me one more good fight. I'd like to cover that tooth up and make it a little less formidable. You're alright, son. Hey, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. You're alright, kid. Alright. Hey. Listen, we need you out of here. Listen, you pinhead. Just hold him there like chill as you can. Yeah, let me try sitting on the ledge and bring him up like this. This might not work. Give me that, boy. Oops, sorry. A little poke in the side of the face there, son. meat. Tiny bit, that's good. I'd like to get him over there though. I want to put him on that side. He was pretty cooperative considering the situation. It could have got really bad. Had he swam to the bottom and hid for a few hours, it would have been a nightmare because it's a big area. There's all kinds of rebar. There's probably, wire mesh down there. So you can't bottom drag for him. I literally have to wait until he popped up and try to put a hook in him. If he went down again, I'd be waiting for hours again. And he's probably going to break the line wrapping around that rebar. So that could have been that could have been an all day or a multiple day event. So I'm very thankful that went as smoothly as it did. I was able to get his mouth taped, get him up on that platform that Tracy built pretty effortlessly. So we got him all strapped down. They put the excavator down, which was great. I was thinking about hooking up a block and tackle and all kinds of stuff. So the construction guys made it a lot less difficult than it could have been. So I was able to get him on there. We craned him up, got him out, put him down, got him off the platform, got him down to the water, cut the tape, let him go. So I'll get the tape off his mouth after I untie him, and we'll turn him loose. This is like the best case scenario. This never happened, so I'm pretty stoked. How you doing? Nice to see you. Trying to help you out, son?
Don't let him.
Trying to help you out, son?
Frontal him?
No, he's all right. He's all right. I get the rope. I get the rope.
Okay.
He's okay. You're okay. You're okay. It's okay. I'm letting you go, knucklehead. All right, Bubba. You're almost there, son. Just gonna cut all this stuff off you. You're going the wrong way, dummy. He was so good on that board. He didn't flip out and go crazy. I cut him a little tired first, so that's good. Not a scratch on him either. It's beautiful. That's awesome. Hopefully he sees the water and makes this easy on him. Here you go, son. Make it easy on him. Get halfway. Let's get this crap off you. Let's get this stuff off you, buddy. He's already trying to open his mouth. Doing you a favor, son. Go ahead, man. Go for it, brother. He has the coolest looking mouth from the front. This smile this guy's got. Come on, man. You're free to go, brother. There he goes. Atta boy. Good boys. Good boys. You're okay. You're okay. Good boys. Coming through, coming through. Good boys. All right, so that was about as cool as it gets. Got to turn him loose in the wild. That buoy line over there, he can go underneath that. I've already been out there. I've already swum out there. You can go underneath the gap about that big. So he can get out underneath there and pop up. Yeah, pretty psyched. This is unusual to get to relocate him because most of the gators I deal with are nuisance gators. So this guy just happened to fall to a construction site, so it makes no sense to, let somebody come harvest them. And that's what they wanted to do, water management. Then sent another trapper out that they work with. They would have killed them and harvested them that's what he gets paid for his time, the meat and the hide of the alligator. To me, this is worth a heck of a lot more than that. So I'm pretty psyched. That stuff I enjoy. People think I like catching alligators. I hate catching alligators. They belong there. I want to move the people. because 99% of them, to me, aren't bothering anybody. And this is me speaking as, not as an alligator trapper. I'm not allowed to speak about behavior, biology, none of that stuff. So as somebody that works with gators on a daily basis, I don't think most nuisance alligators are a threat. But you got to let people make that call. You can't say, well, I don't think he's a threat or not, because if something does happen, then whoever said he wasn't a threat is responsible. So I get how the system works, and I'm not arguing against it. But it's unfortunate because, like I said, most of them probably aren't bothering anybody. So I hate catching alligators. I really do. I can't stand it. I feel bad removing them. They're just hanging out. But if I don't do it, somebody else is going to get my trapping spot and put a bullet in his head. So I always say I hate what I do, but I hate dead gators more. But this is like the best case scenario. This incident, I'm catching a gator, removing him from somewhere where he doesn't want to be, putting him back where he wants to be. And usually it's the other way around. Unfortunately, I take him from somewhere where he wants to be and put him somewhere where he probably doesn't want to be until he realizes how much free food is there, then he's probably okay with it. But yeah, that went about as smoothly as possible. So I thank God that went as smoothly and efficiently as it did. Tracy was great. Building that platform was perfect. Gabby was great. She was there, did exactly what I needed her to do, and we got it done.